Well, hello my YouTube friend. Today it is my pleasure to present you my newest acquisition, this wyvern from Mr. Walter Randolph. And right off the bat, before starting the video, I wanted to make the focus and bring some attention on the most important feature of this knife, which is literally the best material ever I have experienced, held, or seen in my life, and that is specifically this piece of black timascus, those pieces of black timascus that you have here on the bolster. Look at that. And here on the other one, and here on the clip. So yeah, we're gonna discuss about the knife, of course, but before putting my filthy, greasy fingers on those bolsters and spoil the beauty of those colors, I wanted to, put this attention on those and describe you, or show you even better, because you have eyes and it's better than my ramblings, show you this beautiful piece. So listen, this is to me absolutely poetry. Literally my favorite piece. Look at that. I mean, you all can see all the dramatic contrast of color that you have with the blue and what blue. I mean, you have no filters here. This is why I wanted to make this video, because you have no filters and you see the reality. And for those of you who had black timascus, whatever, mokutai, you know that those vivid colors, they rarely happen actually, and sometimes it's usually a faded blue or bronze or whatever, but it's never as vivid as it can be here. This is, I don't know how he got that. I don't know if it comes probably from Alpha Knife Supply, but I don't know how he got a piece like that, but it's just fantastic. Look at the purple, the blue, and those lines of zirconium here. They are textured. You feel the texture in it. So yeah, my friend, when I saw this one and I saw the picture without filter and I saw those pieces of black timascus, I mean, I could have bought the knife only for that. But then after that, I have a knife and we're going to discuss about it. But really, I wanted to put this attention on that, on those pieces. I thought about that long and hard, and I can safely state now that those are truly the best and the most amazing pieces of material I have ever had or experienced in my life. So, to contrast with those beautiful material, I have the most basic one on the scale. So that is a kind of tragic contrast, because basically I have my favorite material here, and I would say a truly basic one on the scale. So we are discussing now the scale. So yeah, this is strange. I mean, how you can get such a beauty here and such a basic one, but truly I don't care. And actually I like it better. First of all, because I like to have a bolster, so I wouldn't have liked to have like a full black timascus. It would have been too dressy for me. So at least you have some, I would say, tactical feature. And this way I'm not, I don't have any issue to carry it and use it. Love this wyvern. I absolutely love it. So, as I said, main feature for me are the bolster. I absolutely love the color, as usual, that he puts around his pivot. And here it's zirconium, and you cannot, I mean, on the picture, I didn't even know if there were actually a color, because it fits and it matches perfectly the pattern of the zirconium that you have on the black timascus. Look at that. I mean, it's almost like if it was a continuum of the black timascus here, and here also the same. Look at that. I mean, those lines of zirconium come from, I don't know, almost like if it's a beast or something. I mean, it's poetry. You have eyes again, you can see. So yeah, the wyvern. This one is, I would say, the oldest wyvern for, I don't know, probably this knife was I would say 18 months probably. Now he's making different wyvern, and to be honest with you, I like this one way better than the other. First of all, because of the compact format that he has. The new one has a kind of bigger handle, and this one is just about perfect, even for XL hands like I do. It's just perfect. The curve that you have here, the choil that are absolutely perfectly placed for your index here and for the rest of your fingers there. The grip is excellent. So the handle, I like it better with this format. But what I like even more is the blade shape. The newest one that he does have a kind of a longer blade. This one is I didn't measure it, but it's smaller than the newer one. So the newer one are a little bit longer. They are less upswept. I mean, you don't have this dramatic upswept that you have here, which is absolutely beautiful. And the thing that I like even less on the newer one is that the swedge on the top is a tiny swedge, and you have mostly the bevel there. So this one is, to me, a better looking, and I absolutely adore that. It's a wide blade, and the contrast is way more dramatic when you have a wide blade with a smaller length than if you have a longer length. Of course, the ratio is even more dramatic. So you feel like you have a really hefty and wide blade here that gives, oh man, look at that. I mean, the design on this one is absolutely perfect for me. Of course, to each his own. I mean, a lot of you may prefer the newer design of the wyvern, but to me, this one is way better. And what is to say about the jimping? Look at the jimping on this one. I mean, oh man, the jimping is truly one of the best I've seen. And you know, lately he does like this kind of machining and milling on the, sorry about that, on the blade, and his newer jimping are way less effective than this one, and they look, you know, like small lines like that, and it's kind of slippery. I have that on my typhus. I like it, but it's probably too refined for me. I like it better when the jimping is like that, and this one is just absolutely very effective and functional. So with the guard that you have of the flipper and the choil here and the jimping, let me tell you something, the feel in hand for cutting task is absolutely fantastic. Love it. So I really love that. I love, about everything on this knife, but we're going to talk now about the action. And this is something that I don't understand. You have to understand that Walter Randolph, I made a video about the two others that I have. He's kind of new in the market, and I don't understand how after only 3 or 4 years of experience, he can make always perfect knife. I mean, you can go to the finish with the junction here, and you will see that it's absolutely, you will not see, I will tell you, that it's absolutely seamless here, even here on the junction here, absolutely seamless. Here you have the liner, you have the bolster, you have the scale, and let me tell you something, you don't feel nothing here, and you don't see nothing. Look at that. It is absolutely flush from everywhere. So yeah, finish just fantastic. The action on his knife and on the flipper, I mean, they fly open and they make a very nice noise. Look at that. The flipper tab, look at this flipper tab. I mean, to me, if you know me, my friend, you know that I criticize every single day. I criticize flipper tab like that. I mean, the design goes down. It's in the right position compared to the clip, but it goes down. It has no jimping on the top here, so it should be the worst flipper for me, but it works perfectly. For some reason I don't understand, this one works absolutely perfectly, probably because he put it some jimping here for those of you who likes to you know, push flip. But for me, I like light switch also, but light switch work because here for some reason the jimping will, you know, hold your finger like that, and you won't miss. Actually, you know, it's way better to light switch this one. And usually, you know, when you push flip, the deployment is faster. But look at that. This one is probably even faster with the light switch, and you will never ever miss a flipping with this one. So yeah, perfect action. Look at the engagement now. You don't see that well. Let me see. Look at that. Absolutely great engagement. It's rock solid, as you can expect. Smooth as I like it. It's on IKBS, as it's unfortunately written here. Very smooth action. Very, very smooth. The centering, as you can expect, is just fantastic. Just spot on, spot on. Now, we've talked about the pieces of black timascus, but something that I missed to tell you is the backspacer. Now look at that. Ha! That's just one of the best backspacer I've ever seen. It's floating, as you can see here. You see the standoffs. Yeah. Let me see. You don't see them, but you will see it when I'm going to deploy the blade. So, but yeah, you see that. You see the standoffs here and here. Floating backspacer with this contouring that is absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Always, of course, with this black timascus. I just adore those clips. He started by making absolutely awful clips. The first clips that Walter did were just dramatically awful. They were like bandit clips, just, oh man, really ugly clip. And then he started making what is probably, you know, with the 3D clip, this is the second clip that I prefer. Those clips that are, you know, straight like that, but on standoffs. It gives a really nice aspect. And something that I like when it's open also, it's not with this one actually because it has a backspacer, but I like when you see the standoffs and the standoffs also here, but it's pointless to say about that because you have the backspacer. But I really like the finish and the way it carries in the pocket with the standoffs. Aesthetically and technically, it's very, very pleasing. Yeah, the detent. The detent is... you won't break the detent. I mean, I've said that it's perfect, and I mean it. There is nothing that is wrong with this knife, whether it's on the build, on the action, on the finish. You can expect to have perfection when you have a knife from Walter Randolph, and even the oldest one, like the Drake that I have, that is probably, I don't know, I would say probably 3 years old. Nothing wrong to say about those knives. They're just excellent. The edge as a tool, this is a freaking tool. I mean, oh man, come on, let's take it. Okay, we're gonna do some. It was absolutely no plan, like nothing in my video, but look at that. Okay, so I did my pinning of the day. You can tell that it's absolutely razor sharp. Sorry about the awful vision that you had to experience in order to see that. Sorry about that. But it's the edge here is just fantastic. What is... Oh yeah, it's an internal stop pin. Not my favorite stop pin, but whatever. I love everything about this knife. I couldn't be happier with it, as I'm always happy when I get a knife from Walter. Of course, the aftermarket became absolutely totally erratic and crazy, and the secondary prices are just insane. But what can I say? It is what it is, and that's the market. And at least there is something that you can be sure, even if you put a lot of money on that, if you have some kind of second thoughts, you know that you can resell a Randolph quite easily. It's not something that I will do because I absolutely adore the three that I have, and those are truly keepers. But I've seen lately with my non-flipper that I decided to trade for Rexford, I've seen that even what was actually for some and quite a while my favorite times, sometimes those things are devices, there are items, and they don't evolve in time. It's not like human beings, you know. So even if there's something that you absolutely adore, that won't move, and eventually what you feel about them can evolve in time. So I don't know. We will see about them, but for now, I can tell you that I don't see myself parting with any of those absolutely stupendous and awesome Walter Randolph. And with that being said, my friend, I'll catch you very soon for another video. Bye-bye.